Welcome into Western Hall here for the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. We're getting to the final game of day number 2, game number 16. It's the West Hancock Titans versus the Eureka Hornets. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. This is the LB Auto Sales pregame show. We got about 4 minutes until we get our starting lineups. I'm Luke Little, and I got Dwayne Hulett here with me as my color. We switched roles here from the last game with Macomb versus Mercer County. The 1 seed, West Hancock, trying to move on to play Macomb, and Eureka trying to play spoiler here. It's 8:30, well, 8 o'clock right now. We're getting started a little bit early here with this one. Should be a fun night in store.
Yeah, you know, and I don't know if you're going to put any added pressure on West Hancock being the number 1 seed, but the other 3 seeded teams have made it to the semifinals. So they would be the only seeded team to not make the semifinals if Eureka is able to pick up a win here tonight. So West Hancock, who really I don't think that is any added pressure for them because they've already had about as much pressure and expectations as a team is going to have in our area, with the expectation of not only maybe winning this tournament but state qualifier, state championship, that kind of stuff. They had a great outing against the Manual Rams last weekend. They went down the lopsided side of that, but it was a lot closer than the score finished up. So West Hancock's got a little probably a few things to prove here at this tournament. So this is just another step in doing that. Yeah,
beginning of the year they went to a 3A little tournament down in Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Crimson Classic. Ended up winning it, lost to Jacksonville in game number 1, but got 2 more wins against Glenwood and another school that I'm blanking on currently. But
Marion.
Marion beat 2 other schools in the 3A class. So, you know, again, that's why we see them with the 1 seed right here. But as we mentioned before, Macomb, the number 4, they're advancing to the semifinals. And number 2, Peoria Christian, and number 3, the former champions Rock Ridge, advancing here to the semifinals in the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. But you can't count Eureka short in this one at all. They took down Abington-Avon in the first game they had in the tournament. It was game number 8 last night, 8:30 p.m. They ended up winning that one 49-58, 9-point game, one of the closer ones that we've had here in the tournament. Came out with an absolutely blasting first half, 16 points in the first, 20 in the second, but the second half started to slow down a little bit. They allowed 23 points there in the third quarter in their game against Abington-Avon, and the Titans, they took on the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans in the first game of this tournament, won that 40-9, or excuse me, that was at halftime. It was 40-9, correction on that one. I believe they allowed 26 points in that one total. They were led by points and by Cooper Knowles, the listed as 6'9" center. There's some speculation on how tall he really is, but yeah, I mean
he'd be 6'10" if he had more hair.
He's all a 6'9", that's for sure.
That goes back to the Fletch comment you made in the last game.
I can't believe you've never seen Fletch. Fletch lives. You know, I'd like to.
I don't get out much.
If you. Again, put in the comment section who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. I'd love to give you guys a shout out. But I would also like to hear who has seen the movie Fletch and is Dwayne. I'm 21 years old here, and you know I
you're
watched,
an old soul, Luke.
I watched Fletch as a kid on a VHS tape.
You're
Fletch.
an old soul, Luke, and I'm a young soul.
Well,
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, let's.
But Eureka has got, you know, that's a little bit bigger school. They've got they love coming to this tournament. They've played well at this tournament. They've had success at this tournament, and they expect to have success at this tournament as we get ready to go with starting lineups here. But Eureka is not going to cower down to West Hancock tonight. Here come the starting lineups for tonight's contest. As we've got 32 minutes of basketball left in day 2. We're over halfway. Can you believe that?
It's kind of crazy. There we see Jordan Crowley, number 2. Doesn't normally start for the Titans, but with point guard Gavin Grotehouse taking a hit for maybe the next week, he's going to get that starting position as a 5. You got Lewis Siegfried, point guard, number 5. There's a lot of expectations for him here. Only had 5 against BPC, but you'll see him play a big role here. Hunter Froman, the sophomore, big athleticism, along with big athleticism there out of Nolan Gooding. And finally, you see listed 6'9". He's all of 6'9". Cooper Knowles, arms and legs. You see him, number 22, coming out there for the Titans. Those are your starting five for the number 1 seed, West Hancock. Titans head coach Jeff Dahl for that squad.
It's the length of, it's not just the height, but the length of the Titans that cause problems. But here comes Eureka.
For Eureka Hornets, 6 foot senior number 4, Cohen Allstat. He'll get the start as the point guard. Guard number 5, Cooper Peterson, 5'9". Number 10, Connell Roth, 5'9" guard. We see 2 players here undersized, but here you'll see it pick up a little bit here. Number 30, Brock Monk, 6'4" center, and 6'3", number 32, Jack Blunier. 6'3" guard. I mean, the big concern against the Titans so far in this tournament has been their height. How are we going to match up against their height? You know, one player listed under 6 foot, and that's Braden Hurt, who we'll see play today. He's their 6th man.
I think giving Jordan Crowley 6 foot is being pretty generous.
Yeah, giving him 6 foot. He's right on the verge, 5'11", 6 foot. So, but this Eureka team, they're tall. I mean, it'll be fun to watch. You'll see Cooper Knowles, Brock Monk face each other here on the tip-off, and we're underway here. Game number 16, Titans get the tip. Hunter Froman is going to have it. Siegfried now, top of the key, drives inside, immediately goes inside, has to look around. Crowley, corner, 3. That one's good, and the Titans get a quick sports corner three-pointer, and there's the 5-man. This is exactly how he started in his first start of the year against Western. Got the first points for the Titans, gets it there from the corner.
Yeah, he can shoot the ball. He can also dunk the ball. We saw that last night.
Titans not afraid to show their athleticism. You'll see some dunks here most likely from Knowles. You'll see it from Froman, maybe Crowley, maybe even Gooding. Siegfried doesn't like to run at the rim as much. Hornets with it here. Guarded by Siegfried. 5 seconds on the clock. They got to get one up quick. Nice back cut layup up and in for Brock Monk.
That was a great cut without the basketball, and it's a good find to get him the easy bucket here, and it's a 1-point game.
3-2 our score. Monk gets the bucket. Siegfried now guarded by Allstat. Gives it to the corner. Gooding to Knowles. Kicks it out. Siegfried thought about the 3. Fakes it. Drives. Mid-range shot. 15-footer. No good. Front of the rim. And a strong rebound by 5'9" Connell Roth.
Yeah, it's all about boxing out, right? Boxing out is what some call blue collar work, and he did a good job of boxing out the bigger guys. There's a steal by Froman.
Titans on the fast break, 2-on-1, gives it over to Gooding, goes up, layup, that one's no good, fouled. He'll head to the line. One of the better free throw shooters this season for the Titans has been Nolan Gooding, who, you know, looking at their players, you don't expect them to shoot the ball as much as the others.
Going to a replay here after this free throw, and not a lot of contact, I don't think, as we get there, but we'll see what it looks like after this free throw.
That one's good, makes it 4-2 here. Titans extend their lead, see if they can make it a 3-point ball game. Nice fast break attempt for the Titans off the steal by Hunter Froman. Hornets with a chance to get this one all squared. We're early into this, 1:30 in. Hornets with the ball. Trying to find something, sets a couple of screens, top of the key. Looking around for a cutter down low, can't find anything. Gooding gets his hand on it, but Eureka comes away with it.
That looked like me playing basketball. I don't know if you folks could see it on TV, but Cooper Peterson grabbed a whole armful of Gooding to keep him from getting to that basketball.
Whatever you can do. I mean, hey, if the refs don't see it, it's all legal by my standards.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, too. I agree 110%. And you know your beat, just reach out there and grab an arm, kind of keep it hidden, and that's what he did, and it worked.
Drive inside, travel there. Man, Cohen Allstat just moved, kind of jumped forward, got his foot off the ground before he put the ball on the floor. It'll be a travel turnover on the Hornets. Titans ball here.
Some people would say that that's the basketball karma coming back and taking that one away, right?
It probably would be there. Siegfried will try a 3. That's no good. Just a little long. Offensive rebound goes to Froman. Gives it to Knowles. Good defense there from the Hornets. Good tip by Blunier. Drive inside, fouled by Siegfried. This will be his first, team's first.
Pair of fives going at it right there. And Siegfried had a good look. He thought to get in there, but it was good body position for the Hornets. Cooper Peterson, he draws the foul on Siegfried, his first, team's first.
Peterson will have the inbound. He'll just throw it up top. Would be a deep three there if Allstat tried it. Drives inside, blocked by Knowles. Knocked out of bounds. And
he's like, at the high school level, he's kind of like Manute Bull. Just as we're going to have a replay of that big-time block by Cooper Knowles. He got up in the air above the rim and just knocked that one down to the ground.
Knowles averaging 5 blocks per game here for the Titans so far this season. There you see him blocking out the interior.
He's just a menace in the inside here. Nice take, and there's another block. Buddy was on the baseline, and Aaron Christian, he's getting his first attempt at basketball videography from the baseline, and right there he got his first attack as well.
And it's been the length of Cooper Knowles that has been a lot of teams struggle. You can go up against him, but his arm's just getting everywhere. There's a foul. That's not going to be a Knowles. It'll be Gooding.
I do believe you are correct.
We'll see what the call is here. It is going to be against Nolan Gooding, team second, his first of the game. And we got some free throws here for the Hornets. Jack Blunier heading to the line. Blunier only had 2 points in their last matchup against Abington Avon. No free throw attempts. Knocks down that one, makes it 5-3 here.
Yeah, you could see on that foul shot where Gooding just kind of ran through, but you wonder as the second free throw comes up and is no good. If he would have let him go, Knowles might have got a clean block on that.
Might have got it, that's for sure. Siegfried with it here. Gives it back to the corner. 3-point shot is up. They're going to call a foul down low.
Away from the basketball.
The foul will be on Eureka. It's going to be number 30, Brock Monk. Him and Knowles were just getting a little tangled. Shout out to Brandy Piper in the comment section saying, let's go Titans, go Cooper. Cheering on from Nyota. Nice layup from Crowley. No good, though. Didn't get enough English. Fast break attempt here for the Hornets.
I think he had enough English. He didn't have enough height.
Yeah, that too, yeah. Eureka will slow it back down over in the corner.
Of course, if he'd had to write English, it might have had enough height.
Deep 3-point shot. That one's good. Allstat gets it to go.
A sports corner 3 from way downtown for Allstat, and it's a 6-5 lead for the Hornets.
Hornets take the lead. Nice pass from Gooding, but Knowles wasn't looking for it. Eureka on the counterattack. Back up top. Peterson with it, guarded by Froman. Just working around. Not halfway through the first quarter yet, almost there. 4:20 on the clock. Allstat drives inside, puts one up, blocked by Knowles again.
That's 2.
Crowley will have it here for the Titans. Give it over. Now Froman with it. Thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Siegfried now guarded by Allstat. Looking around. Gives it over to Crowley. They haven't been able to find Knowles that often down low. Siegfried 3, that one's good. Nothing but nylon there for Lewis. Siegfried, sports corner 3 is good.
Yeah, if he finds his rhythm, the Hornets are going to be in trouble because he's the guy that, in both the games that we've watched, that I've seen them play now in successive weeks, he has not been his normal on-fire self, it didn't seem like.
Yeah, Siegfried, if he can get going, he can get going. There's almost an answer from Connell Roth. Doesn't get it to fall. It'll be Titans ball. Sub's going to check into the game here. Titans, Braden Hurt is going to check into the game for Nolan Gooding, and number 34 for the Hornets, Isaac Schaefer, will check into the game, along with number 23, Grant Roberts.
Aaron Christian's becoming a ball magnet down there in that end. Siegfried for 3 again. That one's off, no good. A little bit of a heat check.
Number 22, Tegan McLaughlin, checks into the game here for the Hornets as well. Hornets with the ball, 8-6 the score. Slow start for the Titans here in this one. Good defense, though, to the credit of Eureka. Drive inside, foul going to be called, and man, almost could have been a technical almost on Knowles. He was holding on to the rim before the ball even got up there. We saw a technical foul earlier in the game on the offense for grabbing onto the rim before the shot fell.
May have well been the same official, in all honesty, as well. They called that. But, yeah, he got up, and there's the free throw up and in for Allstat. He got up there, and I think he realized the whistle blew, and he kind of just grabbed the rim to kind of keep from falling on somebody, which, you can't really blame him for that, as we're tied at 8 now with 3:05 to go.
Allstat knocks down both free throws here. Siegfried with it. Guarded by 23, that's Roberts. Gives it to corner. Hurt into the game. 6-man for the Titans. Froman with it. You can always tell when Froman's getting ready to shoot the ball. He'll stick his tongue right out of his lips. It's kind of a weird little quirk that he's got.
He wouldn't be a good poker player.
No. Nice layup from Siegfried, and did Knowles touch it?
He did touch it, and it's going to be no basket, offensive basket interference, and Coach Dahl says, come on, use your head there, Cooper. We know you can get up there. Everybody knows you can get up there, but you got to let that one fall in, and Siegfried is the guy that gets robbed of the bucket.
Yeah, I think Siegfried's layup might have fallen in had it not been touched, but I guess we'll never know there. Out of the three-point line, Hornets with the ball. Now in the corner. Give it back up top, Roberts. Just dishing around, a little bit of a motion offense. Goes baseline, puts one up. Big block from Cooper Knowles. Again, that's 3 here in the first quarter.
And, he goes up in the air, and we've talked about that on numerous occasions, but he does a good job of keeping his distance as a 3 from Siegfried is off, no good again.
That one's long, out of bounds. It'll be Eureka ball. Siegfried shaking in his head, getting in his own head, I think, a little bit too much here early in this one.
Yeah, he is just 1 of 4, I believe, from three-point range so far, and that's not a good way to start for him as we're still tied with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
I believe Bushnell got the first points of the game in their matchup yesterday against the Titans. Now, that one went a little differently in the end, but Eureka putting it on the number 1 seed right now.
Yeah, and Eureka's showing no fear, and that's part of the deal, right? You got to come out and show no fear. They're used to playing bigger teams. They're used to playing tough teams because they're in a bigger conference. And there's another block from Knowles. That's 4 already, I believe, in this contest.
I think Allstat's been the victim of at least 2 of them. Siegfried doesn't try a 3. Drive inside, puts up a tough layup. That one doesn't fall. Good defense from the Hornets. Siegfried can't get it going. Jumps out. Good poke from behind there. Roberts loses control. Ball on the floor. Hornets come away with it. Schaefer inside. Timeout going to be taken by Coach Aaron Donner. Donor, excuse me. 1:12 on the clock here. 30-second timeout. We'll stay with you here on this one. 8-8, the current score. Eureka, as you said, they're not backing down in this fight at all.
No, they're taking it right at the Titans on their offensive end, and they're playing really good defense. They've got a little height that's able to contend with Knowles a little bit, but really as much as anything, they're not turning the ball over in a fast break type of scenario for the Titans. So the Titans are not getting any easy looks at the basket. They're having to work for their shots, and they have not to this point really been able to get the ball into Knowles at all in the post. So Eureka has done a great job of that, and then they're just doing what they do, right? They're taking care of the basketball. They're making some shots. They're hitting their free throws. They're doing the things they need to do. And we are nearly at the end of the first quarter and still have that very good possibility of an upset coming here.
Drive inside, Allstat with it. Goes up. Nice layup there. Knowles couldn't get to it that time, and Eureka's got the lead back 10-8. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Isaac Schaefer, number 34 in the ball game.
Down to Knowles. Kicks it back out. Gooding will go baseline. Kicks it out. Crowley kicks it corner. Hurt drives inside. Throws up a shot. It gets blocked away. Hornets with the ball. Give it over to the corner baseline. Roberts goes up. Blocked again. Oh, my.
That's 5, I believe.
Nice pass from Siegfried to Hurt. Hurt puts it up. That one falls. Got hit in the eye, but no foul. 25 seconds on the clock. All square at 10.
I'll be interested to see the stat sheets of the first quarter fast break points if it's on there, because I think that might be the first fast break basket for either team here.
Titans love to get out on the fast break. Haven't been able to do it. And as you said, I mean, the Hornets are limiting their turnovers. That's really been the name of the game for them so far. A little bit of a
push off there.
Jump switch from the Titans. 1 second on the clock. Blocked by Knowles again. But before it, they're going to call a travel. 0.7 seconds on the clock. Titans going to be able to heave one up here. And the Titans have hit a three-quarter court buzzer beater already this season. That came from Hunter Froman, who's sitting on the bench. That was against Clark County.
Well, they're not even going to shoot it.
Not even going to try one here. That's the end of the first quarter. 10-10 our score. All square. Eureka trying to come and play spoiler against the number 1 Titans. We're going to head to a quick break here. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. This is the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Welcome back here to Western Hall. Titans 10, Hornets 10. We're getting ready for the second quarter of action. And, you know, we've already talked about it a little bit. What do you think has been really the biggest thing for the Hornets so far in this game? We talked about the turnover battle and their strong defense. But other than that, have you seen anything from the Hornets?
Well, you know, they're just, and we've said it, but I think the real key is they're going to get the ball here, and they just aren't afraid.
Yeah.
You know, they're not afraid of this team. They're taking it right at them. Yeah, Cooper Knowles has got probably 5 blocks in the first quarter, but they continue to take it at him, and they continue to get buckets. They've got some points from the free throw line. They've got some points driving. And the thing we might see now, it looks like, is Monk is playing outside. If you can get Knowles out of the paint, there's a 3 on the way.
And there's a big 3 right there, sports corner 3 for Jacob Scholes. They take the lead, 13-10. One, looks like a zone here from Eureka. It is. Titans give it down to Knowles. He'll have to play the playmaker here. Oh, from an easy layup, right inside, left hand, right hand on the left side.
That was a zone that took a whole lot of communicating that they were not either. They either weren't prepared or weren't accustomed to playing, because there was a lot of problems with that zone for Eureka right there.
Can't give that to the Titans. That's going to be off of Gooding. It'll stay here with the Hornets. I didn't really even see what kind of zone it was.
Well, it had a look of a 1-3-1, and then it kind of looked like a 2-3, and then
maybe a 1-2-2. It was kind of all over the place, and then
it was like they didn't know where they needed to be to run the zone.
Yeah.
And they were telling people to go cover here and go here, and then that's when the easy layup came. So we'll see if they go back to it here and see if they can settle that down and maybe keep that inside game from hurting them with Knowles.
Hornets with it here. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Got it outside, top of the key. Drives inside, spin move. Has to put it up soon. 2 seconds on the clock. Three-pointer goes up. That one's no good by Connell Roth.
Crowley rebounded that out of protection for himself. Self-defense.
Titans with it. Crowley gives it to the corner. Gooding will go baseline. Throws up a layup. Misses it. Knowles on the putback. He gets it to go. Titans with the lead, 14-13.
That's the first bucket for Knowles, I do believe. And the key there was, we talked earlier about a great box out by Eureka. They did not get a body on Knowles that time, and he made him pay.
Foul going to be called against the Titans. I believe this is going to go against Braden Hurt, number 1. It is. It'll be his second foul of the game, team's first.
Here's, as you can see, a replay of that putback from Cooper Knowles. It was a good one on the dead ball. As the substitutes coming in for both teams here.
Hornets with the ball. They get it in. Monk with it. Gives it back. 6:20 on the clock. Not 2 minutes in here to the second quarter yet. Hornets just kind of standing around. Not a lot of motion. They're getting some down low now. Give it to the corner. Hurt on the defense. McLaughlin with the ball. Gives it up top. Drive inside. Kicks it out. Open three-pointer. Corner. Blue near. No good. Off the front of the rim. Just a little short. Froman with the rebound. Pushing the pace. Goes inside. Kicks it out. Crowley doesn't take it. Over to Gooding. He'll drive inside. The dish. Knowles loses control. And they're going to say it's Hornets ball. And the officials are going to have a word about this. And they're going to change it back. And it'll be Titans ball now.
I couldn't see that for the official, but it almost looked like a pass, and Knowles was not. You know how sometimes a quarterback will throw a pass and a receiver will never look for it? That's almost what it looked like from my perspective, but I couldn't see because of the official very well. All I could see was Knowles come through, and he never even looked at the basketball.
Titans with it here, 1 point lead. Chance to extend it, 5:40 on the clock. Froman gets a screen, tries a three, top of the key. That's good. Sports corner 3 for Hunter Froman falls. 17-13 now the score, and the Titans starting to get a little bit of momentum on offense. Little wraparound pass over to the corner, drive inside, mid-range shot. That's up, no good. Strong rebound from Knowles. Titans on the counter attack.
A lot of contact from Monk is a good job of boxing out for Knowles.
Could have been an offensive foul against Froman. That's no good. Rebounded by Monk.
Right
there,
right there is a example of long arms and high jumping ability hurting you because he took that rebound away from Gooding right there, did Knowles. Gooding had a perfect opportunity to rebound and a putback, and Knowles knocked it away from him.
Siegfried getting ready to check in for the Titans. Allstat getting ready to check in for the Hornets. Eureka with the ball, top of the key. This is Peterson with it, guarded by Crowley. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Outside key, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Drive inside, nice little move, goes up. Blocked by Froman, out of bounds. 2 seconds gonna be left here for the Hornets to put one up. Siegfried Allstat check into the game. Froman and Roth will check out.
Yeah, that could have been a foul, I think, on both players that time. As
they
Allstat,
get it in.
He got
gets
it off.
A layup up, and they're going to say didn't hit the rim. Shot clock violation. It'll be Titans ball.
Yeah, you don't see a shot that is laid up at the rim at that location not hitting the rim very often.
No,
but that one did not get there. That might have had to do with that English you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Siegfried with it now. Titans trying to find Knowles down low, but, I mean, just really good interior defense from Eureka. Playing, looks like a 1-2-2. Give it to Knowles. That's one. Throws it down on the inside. That one looked really easy. Almost came out of nowhere.
I couldn't dunk on an 8-foot hoop that easy.
I don't know if you could dunk on a 6-foot hoop that easy.
That's true. Good point.
Maybe in your prime. I don't know about that either anymore.
No, a prime was so long ago, I don't remember what it was like. Under 4 minutes to go here.
Eureka with it. Drive inside. Little awkward shot there from Peterson. Doesn't get it to fall. 19-13 lead.
I don't know if that was a shot or some sort of a pass. It was so far away from the hoop. I thought it might have been a pass. He was expecting somebody to go to the rim, and they didn't go.
Siegfried drive. Nice little pass to the corner. Crowley, long ball. Airballed it. Eureka with it. Down by 6.
He had McLaughlin closing out on him, and it looked like he put a little extra height under that ball to try to clear McLaughlin, and it just went too long.
That's a good foul call there. Going to be against Braden Hurt. It'll be his 3rd of the game, I believe.
And here comes a replay for you folks at home of the Knowles dunk. It was a good one. And a second foul on the Titans here in the quarter.
And really, you're seeing this Titan team getting a little gassed here. Crowley and Knowles breathing heavy, and that's going to be a big problem. They had a small roster, only about 7 players before their starter, Gavin Grothaus, got hurt, and now only about 6. Nice shot. Oh, put back no good from Monk.
Monk needs to bring that down and put it back up, and he wasn't able to do it there.
Siegfried step in 3. That one's good. Pretty top of the key. Top of the key is going to be his spot there for the Sports Corner 3. Timeout taken.
Coach Donor wants a full timeout as Eureka is going to take a seed. And you've talked about this a little bit, Luke. The Titans are historically a slow-starting team. They did it against Manual. They went down 10-0 against Manual, and it looked like they might get blown out. They ended up taking the lead in that game in the 3rd quarter. But once they find the rhythm,
yeah, it's there.
They can do it. And here's a look at Siegfried's last 3-pointer as he has built the largest lead of the game for the Titans, 22-13 with 3:03 to go. And if you're the Hornets and the way they think they have to play to stay in this game, you can't let the Titans get away. You got to keep this game close and make it so mistakes from the Titans will allow you to stay in the game late. You can't let them get far enough ahead that a few mistakes is no big deal for them.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday in their matchup against Abington Avon, the 2nd quarter was their best offensively and defensively. And here so far, it's been their worth on both aspects. We haven't seen the 3rd and 4th, obviously, yet. 3:03 left to play here in the 2nd before we have our halftime. But the Titans, you know, I have had the chance to cover a lot of their games this year. But as you said, I mean, even against Clark County, they dropped 2-10 was the score 3 minutes into that one. So slow starting team, but once they find their rhythm, boy, they're hitting the blues.
So it's going to be Eureka now with a basketball, and you have to feel like that these offensive possessions for Eureka become more and more important, and a 3 here would help a bunch.
That's no good. Rebounded by Knowles. 3-point shot from McLaughlin, no good. Titans with it. Froman Could have been a foul call, honestly, on either side of the ball. Froman got his elbow a little high.
Yeah, that's one of those deals as Peterson picks up the foul, but that's one of those deals where they both kind of come together, right? And they just meet in the middle, and a lot of times somebody gets a foul, and it happened to be Peterson this time. And checking back in is going to be number 23, Grant Roberts.
Peterson's first foul of the game, first of the quarter for the Hornets. 9-point lead for the Titans. Siegfried on the inbound. Get it into Froman in the corner, goes baseline. Throws up an easy layup. Just goes up, knocks it down. That looked pretty simple. He's got 2 easy layups in this game, and that pass sails right in front of us. I wasn't even looking at it, just saw it whiz by my face.
Yeah, that's another one of those passes that we talked about where the receiver is open but wasn't looking for the ball.
Titans with the chance now, double-digit lead, up by 11. These top 4 seeded teams, so the 2, 3, and 4 have put on great performances so far today. Titans trying to do the same. Good rebound from Siegfried, gets his hand in there, gives it to Gooding. Goes baseline, puts up a layup, no good. Froman's right there. He says, I got you, don't worry. Gets the layup to fall. Another layup for Froman.
Yeah, Froman is so quick. He's tall, but he's got such a good first and second step that he's able to get to the basket. And that time he got good position on offensive rebound and an easy putback.
Oh, nice pump fake. Allstat gets tripped. No foul call.
Man, how do you not call that foul? Gooding got a foot out there. Completely unintentional, but did trip him. But they maybe could have called a travel as well, as you might have heard somebody yell behind us. So
Allstat had a great pump fake and, was driving into the lane, just double team there. Knowles, whoa, turnaround jumper falls.
And he put his arms up in the air saying,
where's the foul call?
Yeah, a lot of contact, but no.
Nothing called by the officials. 1:15 on the clock. And, going back to Froman, a very athletic player for this Titans team, led the football team in receiving yards this season. And there's a 5-second violation, and number 22, Tegan McLaughlin, expressing his opinion there. How is that a 5-second violation call? And I didn't really get too great of a look at it myself. But
well, it was a 5-second violation because he just was waiting for somebody to come get the ball and never came. And then Siegfried got mugged right there, no foul called.
Knowles loses control. I didn't even think Eureka got a hand on it. A lot going on here with 1 minute to go in the second quarter.
Heads up there, Jilly.
Yeah.
Jillian Miller getting a face full of player. And here's a replay coming of the kerfuffle that was going on down there in the baseline.
Kerfuffle's a great way to describe what just happened, yeah.
And there it was.
Siegfried gets it into Froman, puts it up, fouled on the way. He'll have 2 shots here. Titans up 28-13. Man, it feels like just a minute ago it was 10-10.
Yeah, well, just a minute ago it was 12-10. There it is. As you saw that wrestling match going on down there, it was something. As Froman has really came to life here in this second quarter, especially the second half of this second quarter. A couple easy buckets, one on a drive, one on a rebound and a putback, and now he's got a free throw. And he is doing some good things. And Knowles has kind of come to life here as well.
Froman, second leading scorer for their Titans in their game against Bushnell-Prairie City yesterday. Here so far, it'll be interesting to get our halftime stats in.
Hop in the live chat and tell us who you're cheering for and where you're watching from. We'd love to see that as Froman hits them both. It's been pretty quiet in there. We got a bunch of people watching, so hop in there and tell us where you're watching from, and let us know if you're a Eureka Hornets fan or if you're a West Hancock Titans fan. Oh, there's a nice jab step and a three-point shot up and in. That was a nice step for Roberts.
I mean, beautiful sports corner 3 there from Grant Roberts. Just steps in it, nice, hits it, calmly walks back, and that's what you need to do. They're down 14 now. If you can get a stop here, 1 second differential between play and game clock here. Titans looking like they're going to hold on to it. Froman drives inside. Crowley, corner. Gets Roberts jumping. Titans are going to take as much time as they can. Eureka, if they could have got that ball back, would have had some nice momentum if they made a basket.
There's about a 1 second differential. And again, Froman is the guy that they have found. It is the problem for Eureka. That shot's up off, no good, and that's how the first half ends.
Froman, layup merchant for the Titans so far in this game. Titans with a 32-16 lead. We got Mr. Reynolds getting ready to interview Coach Jeff Dahl.
We got something going on here. Coach Dahl wants some communication And we'll see if we can get Coach Dahl to talk to John Reynolds here.
In just a moment.
We'll see if he hops in there. As he does stop and talk, so we'll send it over to John Reynolds.
All right,
and
here
Coach
with
Dahl.
Coach Dahl, the West Hancock. Coach, you got a 32-16 lead at the half. How you feeling going into the second half?
I don't like the things we're doing right now at all. I mean, we got to be way better on both sides of the ball. We're impatient, and we're not guarding the way we should. We have to be a lot better in the second half. We have to decide we got to get better tonight instead of playing the same we are right now.
Sounds good. Good luck, Coach. Thank you.
You know,
back to you guys.
I'm absolutely loving these answers from the coaches at halftime. You look at Coach Anderson with the Bombers, and there you hear Coach Dahl, who's up 32-16, and I think Coach Anderson was up 25-9, and you know they both.
It's the 16-point thing.
I'm not very happy at all with the way it's. That's just what you have to have as a coach. That mindset is just something you have to have. We've talked about it. How do you make your team better? Because both of those teams, Macomb and West Hancock, they know they can be more. They know they can be better. And if the coach doesn't believe it, how are the players?
Well, I just wonder if it's going to mean they're going to win by 32.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they come out.
We've had a bunch of 30-point games. Well, you're watching the MDH halftime show here on TSSR Game Time, live presented by MDH. Live from the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament on the campus of Western Illinois University. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a few minutes to look at some stats and all kinds of good stuff. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, welcome back. We're here with Adrian McGregor. Adrian, you're a Macomb guy.
Yes.
So you're living in Macomb, working at MDH.
Yes.
What's your position?
So I'm the Vice President of Clinical and Support Services here at the hospital. I have about 120 employees that roll up my direction through the organizational chart. And probably the easiest way to explain is I have a great group of department directors that work for me. So areas like radiology and lab and physical therapy and cardiopulmonary services, those are kind of the main areas that roll my way. And then on the support side, pretty much all things with the plant, the facilities, keeping it clean, construction, all of that rolls up in my direction as well. So I never am bored, and I have plenty to do every day. So sometimes it feels like I just need more daylight than I need work. But this is a great organization, and I work with some of the best people in this community, and I'm proud of that, mostly proud of all that they are and all that they do, and the employees and what they contribute to the organization. We have a great group.
So let's talk about construction a little bit.
Yes, sir.
There's the pharmacies getting built.
Yes.
You're constantly improving the buildings 1s and building 2.
Yes.
And then there's little things go on inside all the time, too, that I think people kind of miss.
Yes. Well, kind of going back to that 800,000 square foot number, there's always something going on. And I think we're going to be moving more towards a maintenance and improvement, incremental improvement over the next couple of years. One primarily is, after you have a campus, we're becoming pretty dense on this campus. The pharmacy's probably the last major project in the next couple of years, and it's a great one, don't get me wrong. But now we have to really focus on ensuring that we're staying one step ahead of maintaining these facilities, which is equally probably more challenging, quite frankly, than just building a brand new building. I'm excited to talk about the pharmacy, but to your latter comment, we're focusing a lot on removing wallpaper, painting walls, modernizing flooring, ensuring that we have level surfaces, that we don't have areas where patients would trip, converting out our lighting to ensure that it's the most energy efficient as possible, putting in redundant systems for our electricity, our HVAC systems to ensure that, okay, we may have a tornado come through, we may have storms come through, we have to have all that redundancy ready to go because, quite frankly, the people, we're in the business of people taking care of people. And somebody's grandma is a patient of ours, and we want to take care of that person as if they were ours. And so we have to have the form and the functions of systems that keep the ship running.
I think when people say construction, they think building a pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
But I would venture a guess that more often than not, most of the construction is within the facilities of what you already have while trying in a hospital. It's if you're going to work on a room, the room has to be closed, I would imagine.
Yes.
You don't want the dust and whatever getting out in the hallway and getting into other rooms. It's not like, hey, let's go paint the house wall, right, or the living room wall. There's a lot more to it that I think construction is lost in that aspect a little bit on when we're watching all this stuff go on at the hospital.
Absolutely. Well, the focus is on patients first. And so anytime you're going to do something as simple as swap out some plumbing underneath a sink in a patient or around a patient area, there's a whole series of steps that we have to take to ensure whoever's doing the work, that they're in a contained area, that we have alternate areas for our patients to receive the same amount of care as if that area wasn't offline, to ensure that it's infection controlled. In other words, we're not creating more problems for patient care. We're trying to solve problems and create less issues and improve the area for patients. Yeah, it's a pretty extensive list that we go through prior to prepping. There are times when you wish you could just knock that project out on a quiet weekend, but we do have to follow proper protocol, and it's for best practice. It really is. It's for the ultimate goal of, yes, improving the area, but while you're doing it, you're not creating downstream problems that you really shouldn't, because you just skip 3 steps on a checklist. And we all are guilty of wanting to skip those steps, but we just don't have the luxury of doing that.
Well, Adrian, I greatly appreciate you coming and talking, and we just touched on some of the stuff that you deal with on a daily basis, so I'm sure we can talk to you again about some other things.
You bet.
But it was fun talking about the things that people kind of, I think, forget about a little bit, to get left behind. We talk about the doctors and the nurses all the time. We don't talk about the people that keep that stuff rolling. So I appreciate you being here. And
thank you so much. It was wonderful. Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back here to Western Hall. 2 minutes until we get to the second half of play. 32-16 the score. Eureka down by 16. I believe we got some halftime stats for you here on this one. We'll start off, really the big thing has been field goals total. Titans 12 for 25, Eureka 5 for 21. And the three-point land, Titans are 4 for 10, similar stat here. And Eureka is 3 for 8. Rebounds also kind of similar, 16-12. Titans lead that. Turnovers is going to be the real discrepancy here. Titans have 2 turnovers in the first half compared to the Hornets' 7, and 3 steals for the Titans to Eureka's 2 so far. Titans, I believe they got 7 block shots in this one, and Eureka's got 1, I believe, potentially.
6 blocks for Cooper Knowles. We will take a look at some highlights now from the first half as the Titans head out from
their own locker room.
Yeah, they come out looking for John Reynolds to come talk if he can get in there in time. He may not be able to. As he will get there, we'll send it to John right now real quick.
With Coach Donor of the Hornets here. We got a 32-16. What'd you tell your guys in the half to get them ready for the second half?
Well, we've got to do a better job taking away the drive. I thought we did a good job for a long time there, but then they just started driving it right down our throats, and we can't allow that to happen.
Sounds good. Good luck the rest of the way, Coach. Thank you. Back to you guys.
I want to thank him for taking that few seconds there at the end of this half as we are ready to go here.
Yeah, big props to Coach Donor right there. 30 seconds until the second half starts. So, that's a class move right there from him. We got some people in the comment section we'd love to shout out. Lindsay Schaefer just sitting here watching a good game. Super weird to not be working the tourney this year. I believe this is my second tournament or maybe third tournament in a row working, so it'd be kind of weird for me not to be working this either. Tom Spain, Pastor Tom Spain, watching in Plymouth, shouting out the Titans, and Don Donor saying to the Hornets, let's pick it up, man, getting in the comments section.
You don't think she knows the coach, do you?
I think there might be some relationship there. I could be wrong, though. It's a big world.
It is a big world, but I doubt that it's that big.
Yeah, maybe it's smaller than I'm thinking. Hornets get the ball here to start the second half.
And a half-court trap set up by the Titans here is a 2-1-2, it looks like almost, or a 1-3-1. 1-3-1?
They're sprawling everywhere right now. That's long arms of Knowles. He gets to steal fast break here for the Titans. Siegfried gives it up to Froman. Blocked, but a foul going to be called against number 10. That's going to be Connell Roth.
Boy, I don't know about that. That looked pretty clean.
Yeah, I hate to
Don says it's my big bro.
I hate to, take away from the refs because they've been trained. They got the best view of it. And, we can sit here and speculate and judge all we want, but, they got the best view at the call right there. But Froman heads to the line. 2 shots, knocks down the first. Second one up and good as well.
Speculators in California back in the day made tons of money.
Yeah. Froman's up to 15, leading the Titans in points here today. Over in the corner, Hornets getting trapped. A lot of pressure from this Titan team. It's going to stay here with the Hornets. Double team from Froman and Gooding, putting pressure on number 22, Tegan McLaughlin. Here on the inbound is Peterson. He gets it in to Blunier.
I think it is a 1-3-1 or some semblance of it with Gooding on the bottom.
The Titans do like to run the 1-3-1. Knowles put him in the middle. Sometimes they'll put Siegfried up top. Man, Froman and Gooding just in the same exact spot there. Turnaround jumper and one. Cooper Knowles. And he gives a big sigh of relief after that one falls in. It looked like he went, finally, they get me the and one. And a foul.
Tegan McLaughlin gets the foul, his first, team second already. And we're less than a minute into the third quarter.
And that's something we talked about a little bit earlier before this tournament started. We talked about last year Hank Alvey, taller player as the and one is good, 3-point play. We talked about Hank Alvey. He got a physical play against him, but didn't get a ton of fouls. And, when you're the bigger player, they kind of just expect more out of you. And, Knowles hasn't been getting as bad a treatment. Deep three, no good. Jump ball. It'll be Titans ball. But I wouldn't be surprised.
That's the second one of those today we've seen from that end.
Yeah,
but you don't see very often when you shoot from the right side, the ball gets stuck on the left side of the rim.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
That was an odd one there. That's one you want to keep in the database right there for odd things you see on a basketball court.
Froman with it here. Goes through the double team, lobs it up to Knowles. Bad lob. He gets it back, wrap around. Knowles throws that down over Blunier. Slams it down, head tapper.
If at first you don't succeed,
try again. There we go. Titans 39-16 lead, up by 23 here. They get it into the corner. They're trying to match what all the other seeded teams did. Corner three-pointer, Peterson. That's no good. Rebounded by Gooding. Titans had a chance at a fast break. They slow it down. Give it up to Knowles. Oh, man, does he? Oh, I thought he was going to put down another one. He just puts his shoulder down and says, I'll be nice this time. And a timeout going to be taken here by Coach Donor. A full timeout.
Here comes a replay of that putback dunk, or I should say that dunk by Cooper Knowles, as he is finding his rhythm, you might say now. And as we got some live reads we could do here. Maybe if I can find my way to it.
We'll start off with Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. And with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.ronlb.com to check out their inventory. And Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124. With the focus on local sports, catch WIU games in all the area. TSSR Game Time live broadcast at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in, say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb.
Johnny McKee, if you're listening tonight, I think we need to, or Brian, if you're listening, we need to figure out something for the Macomb game tomorrow afternoon, the noon game. And if the two teams combine for a certain number of threes, since it's Sports Corner threes, that you can get dinner before the championship game with like 5% off or 10% off or something like that. Don't you think that would work if you got a ticket to the holiday tournament?
Are you just trying to get yourself a deal here?
I'm trying to get myself a deal.
Gooding layup is good off the skip pass from Crowley. Titans up 43-16, and this one's quickly turning into the Titans' favor here.
Sports Corner, you need to, if you're listening, we need to work that out. We need to make something happen. We'll make the number big or make it small if you want to, whatever, but we need to make something happen. Get people in there. Sports Corner's got the best food. And
beautiful pass there from McLaughlin. He says, I don't need to go up against Knowles. I can just wrap around, get the assist. There it goes, drops in 2 points for the Hornets. Siegfried drives, layup, no good. Knowles put back is.
Want to say hi to Larry and Martha Woodward in Pittsville, Illinois, saying awesome game.
Siegfried kind of struggling from the field in this game. I believe he's 2 for 9. He's got 6 points in this matchup. There's shot's no good.
An air ball off the hands of Grant Roberts. And the wheels falling off a little bit here for the Hornets as Coach Donor is making some substitutions. At this point, I think, Luke, just trying to find some rotation that can get his team back in this ball game in some respect.
45-18, the score. Titans with it, trying to extend their lead. Knowles kicks it out. Siegfried, he'll try three. That's no good. Short, front of the rim. Fast break chance here for the Hornets. Kick it back outside. Nice drive inside. Nice pass. Oh, beautiful layup from Brock Monk. Gets it to fall.
Both those guys are juniors, so they got another year to face each other here at the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament.
Ooh, behind the back, Crowley spin, kick out. Siegfried doesn't take the three, instead drives inside. Oh, a nice spin move, gets the easy layup to fall and gets the spin cycle turning.
Ole, 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 ole.
I think that's why you didn't sing the national anthem there in that Macomb game, right? I wasn't going to say anything while that was happening. Three-pointer tipped by Siegfried, or rather Gooding.
Hey, wait a second. What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
It's a little hurtful.
Out of bounds. They're going to say off of Crowley. They're going to say it's Hornets ball, and Crowley wasn't looking up when they made the decision. Now he's kind of confused. It'll be Hornets basketball here, and Knowles will check out. Hurt will check in. He'll head to the bench.
It's the first time he sat down tonight, I do believe. 3:35 remaining here in the third quarter. It's a 27-point game.
Eureka with the ball. They kick it out. Corner. Back up, top of the key, guarded by Hurt. Drive inside. Gets fouled on the process.
Allstat is going to draw the foul, and Hurt's going to pick it up.
That's going to be Hurt's fourth of the game, I believe. So Knowles might not be out for too long if Hurt keeps this up. Knowles over there sucking in air. He's full mouth open, breathing right now. He's played a lot of minutes. I don't blame him. Allstat with the three. Step back, doesn't take it. Kick it out. Three-pointer up. No good there for Roth. Titans get the rebound.
Well, I was thinking he'd catch his breath faster if he'd quit talking.
Yeah.
He was telling stories over there on the bench.
Siegfried drives inside, kicks it out. Crowley, three-pointer, top of the key, rolls in off the front of the rim. Another Sports Corner three for the Titans here. Their lead is 50-20, up to 30 now. And the Titans, again, just trying to match what all those other seeded teams did. Rock Ridge, Peoria Christian, and Macomb. Three-point shot, that one is no good. Ball in the air, offensive rebound, putback is good from Monk. Gets in there, gets some leverage, goes up with it. Monk A 6'4" junior gets his put back to fall. We're Froman with it. Wrap around Hurt. Siegfried now top of the key. Thought about it. Guarded by Allstat. Kicks it out. Crowley goes inside. Spin move. Throws up a layup. Blocked. A good defense there from Monk. Hornets on the counter attack. Give it over to the corner. Nothing there. Just handing it off. 2 minutes on the clock here in the third. Allstat with it. Thought about the deep three-pointer. Doesn't take it.
They have lost the depth. Oh, never mind.
Might have been tipped by Gooding. Not sure. Siegfried gets the rebound, and a foul going to be called. This will be against the Hornets. It'll be their third team foul of the quarter, I believe. Wade Gooding getting ready to check in here for the Titans. He'll come in for Hunter Froman, getting his first minutes of this game. Played in yesterday's matchup against Bushnell-Prairie City. Number 10, Connell Roth, will head and take a seat as well, as I believe number 33, Jacob Scholes, checks into the game. Siegfried drives inside. Euro layup. That one falls. He's up to 10 points in this one, I believe.
Nothing. I'm going to be quiet.
No.
He told me to be nice. I'm going to be quiet.
Okay. Hornets. Oh, man. I don't even know what you're laughing about. That's the biggest thing. Hornets with it. Drive inside. Allstat throws it up. Fouled on the process. Yeah, that one he kind of planked midair and didn't get his feet back under him. He'll head to the line for two here.
I think he would tell you he got planked. He didn't. Yeah. He didn't do it on purpose.
He went 2 for 2 from the free throw line there in the first half.
They didn't say that was a shooting foul. They called it on the floor.
Oh, wow.
In his defense, I think he was wanting to shoot. He just didn't get a chance.
Yeah. Nice little 10-footer there from number 23.
Grant Roberts gets the bucket.
Makes it 52-24. A minute left here. Poke from behind. Siegfried loses control. Good defense there from Scholes. Siegfried trying to get it back. He gets the steal. Leads the Titans in steals per game. He had 5 yesterday against Bushnell-Prairie City. Under a minute to play here in the third. Titans up by 28.
That's what you call getting close to the pick right there when you dribble it off his leg.
Yeah. Back up to Siegfried. Guarded by McClellan. Gets stripped. That's off Siegfried. That is the right call, I think.
That is a good call. I would agree with that call.
Eureka with it. Scholes going to have the inbound.
It's been a 30-point lead. It's only 28 right now, but the Hornets are still playing really hard basketball. They're not giving in. They're just not able to get the ball in the bucket, unfortunately enough.
Not shying away at all here. Foul going to be called. This might be against Hurt. Hurt's going to have to check out of the game here. He's got 5 fouls.
He didn't start the game, and he didn't make it 3 full quarters. That's an active day.
Froman going to come back in here for the Titans. And Hurt, maybe he just wanted a little bit more rest before tomorrow's matchup.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Nah, they don't need me anymore. I'm just going to foul out so I can sit down and rest for tomorrow. I doubt that that's the case.
Yeah. No, I know Braden a little bit. That doesn't seem like the type of character he is. Nice reverse layup. Falls for Jacob Scholes. And this is a 26-52 game.
Ooh.
That shot no good from Siegfried. We're going to head to the fourth quarter, 52-26. Titans with the lead. Hornets trying to scratch their way back into this one. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH and the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. We'll head to a break, be right back for the fourth quarter of action.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Welcome back here to Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. Graydon Wirt is here to hang out, but he doesn't know where I'm sitting. He just about looked at me.
He's still looking around.
Yeah, he's still looking around. It's fourth quarter action. Let's talk about some basketball. It will not be a running clock, I don't believe, because it is not 30 at the moment.
Correct. 30 points, continuous clock will be put into effect. Then I believe you have to get back down to 20 before it stops.
It doesn't stop no matter how far you get down.
Oh, well, never mind. There's the correct rules.
Once you get there, it doesn't get back.
Titans with it here. Drive inside dish to Knowles. Loses control on the way up. He was looking for a foul, doesn't get it. Eureka with the ball.
He was looking for a dunk first.
That's true. Drive inside, blocked by Gooding. They're going to call a foul, and he puts his hands up saying, what did I do now? I will say if this game does end how it's looking right now, Titans will face off against the number 4 seeded Macomb Bombers. And that one, I feel like this house will get pretty packed for that game potentially.
Yeah, that'll be a packed house. That will be a packed house.
That game would take place at 1:30, the last game of session number 1 tomorrow, I do believe. Might be the second to last. I believe it is the last game of session number 1 tomorrow. So that game could get a decent amount of the locals here to watch.
The loser of this game plays at 10:30. The winner plays at 1:30.
The loser, I believe, does play Mercer County.
Yep.
Who dropped their game.
Holy smokes. They were fighting down low. Let's see who they call that on. If they're going to call it on Monk, they are. But, man, he just literally grabbed a hold of Knowles and tried to rip him around. They started beating on each other, and Monk is going to get taken out of the game, and they're going to bring – here's going to say a replay here in just a second of that foul. That was what you might call interesting.
Titans get it into Siegfried here. 7 minutes to go in this one. Loses control. Trying to get rid of it, and a foul going to be called. This will be the second foul against the Titans. Or second foul against the Hornets, rather, here in this quarter. Foul's going to go on number 33, Jacob Scholes. Siegfried gets it into Knowles. 7 minutes on the clock. Siegfried with it, gives it down. Knowles with it, turnaround shot, no good, and a foul going to be called. They're going to say he came down on him.
Isaac Schaefer is going to get called for the foul. And it'll be his first, team's third. 3
quick fouls there for the Hornets.
Yeah, just they had 2 with 7:04 remaining in the last quarter. They've got 3 with 6:58 remaining. So just keep moving forward here. And a free throw no good for Cooper Knowles. And they've been shooting free throws very well, but couldn't get that one to fall.
Jess Scott, Wade Gooding getting ready to check into this game here. Max Siegfried, Hunter Whibley, and Jonah Bradley as well checking in here for the Titans. So they're going to have a full 5-man swap if Knowles makes this next free throw, as Jess Scott will come in for him.
That poor kid sitting over there saying, why'd everybody else get to go in for somebody else? And I'm sitting here the whole time waiting on the free throw shooter.
Second free throw is up, and maybe Knowles missed it to stay into the game. Who knows? Dead ball doesn't matter. Went out of bounds. Knowles will check out. Jess Scott will check in. And Coach Dahl has 3 freshmen into the game here, and Max Siegfried, Jonah Bradley, and Hunter Whibley. Jess Scott and Wade Gooding in as well. Hornets with it, moving around. 52-26 lead here for the Titans. They give it over. Baseline drive here for the Hornets. Puts up a nice shot. That's Grant Roberts. Goes up on Max Siegfried, gets it to fall. 6:30 to play here. Titans with a 24-point lead. Siegfried in the corner, swinging around. Younger brother to Lewis Siegfried. Just checked out of the game. Get it down to Scott. Kick it back out. Loses control. They're going to say number 14, Gavin Stalter, was out of bounds when he touched it. It'll stay here with West Hancock. But again, like we were saying, if the Titans do end up winning this game face-off against Macomb, that'll secure one of the seeded teams will win the championship here of this tournament. Last year, it was Rock Ridge versus Macomb in the championship game. Whibley has to throw it up, hits the rim. Eureka gets the rebound. Give it over Roberts. Nice wraparound pass, just a little low. They save it. Moving around. 5:50 on the clock now for Eureka. Roberts, long two. That one's good. 30-52 now the score here. Let's see what this young Titan team can do. Rock Ridge got the best of Macomb in last year's championship game. Good steal there from Scholes. Fast break, 3-on-1. Siegfried, good defense there, but the layup still falls for Scholes.
That was a reverse layup from the left side on the left side. Did you see that?
I saw it, but another fast break chance here for Eureka. Get the layup up and in, and this is now a 18-point game. If this thing keeps continuing like it is, Titans might have to put their starting 5 back out there. Drive by Gooding, throws up a layup, fouled on the way. He'll head to the line for 2.
Yeah, they've got some subs, does Eureka, to come into the ball game. But the difference between the subs in this deal is there's freshmen on the floor for West Hancock, and there's juniors and seniors coming in as subs for Eureka. So the difference is expected to be a little more drastic than normal, right? So you would expect Eureka's subs to be better maybe than West Hancock subs, simply because they've got 2 or 3 years of age, size, growth, and experience on them.
I will say these 5 players in for the Titans right now, I want to say they've gotten a lot of playing time this year, but they've gotten more than you would expect. They've gotten a couple of games, Western against Roseville as well, and a couple other schools. They've gotten some time in, so they're not new to the varsity thing, but playing in a gym like this, it can be a little tougher to shoot the ball. Mid-range shot, that one's good. Pretty looking shot there from Jacob Scholes. His shot falls, 16-point game.
It went from 30 to 16.
Just like that.
In about 2 minutes, in all honesty.
Bradley kicks out. Siegfried will try a 3. That one's no good, short.
I bet if it gets to 10, you'll see people come back in.
Gooding gets the interception. He'll bring it back up here for the Titans. Tries a 3-point shot. That's airballed short. No good. It'll be Eureka ball. And Coach Dahl just puts his hands up. Doesn't really say anything to him, just puts his hands up. What are you doing? Baseline, little fadeaway, jump shot, no good. Rebound goes to Whibley. They're going to call a foul. That'll be 5 against the Hornets, and Whibley will head to the line for 2 here.
That's about as far as you can walk, literally, as far as you can walk on the floor with that foul, because that happened right on the baseline of the defensive rebound in for the Titans, and they're going to walk down and shoot some free throws. It'll be
Hunter Whibley at the line for 2. Not listed on our roster sheet we got here. Neither is Max Siegfried or Jonah Bradley, I believe, either. Free throw is good by Whibley. 3:48 on the clock, and I believe that's the first points for this Titans squad that's out there right now.
It is. It was a pretty big run for Eureka before that 1 point.
Siegfried almost got the rebound. That unearned turnover by Scholes. We'll give it back to the Titans here.
He threw the zig, and
the
other player ran the zag. Yep.
Yeah. Gooding with it. Goes right. Hands it off to Whibley. Motion offense here. Goes up with the reverse layup. That's no good.
That's the same thing that happened on the other end, but he made it.
Yeah, right hand reverse on the left side.
But he came from the left side.
Drive, Scholes puts it up. That one rolls in. 2 more points here for the Hornets. They're up to 38, down by 15 now. 3 minutes still to go. I mean,
there's a lot of time in this game.
There's a lot of time, and the way they've been getting fast break opportunities, this isn't out of the realm of possibilities. Turnover on the Titans, and here we go. We're both sitting here kind of interested on what could happen here in this game. I mean, you don't expect it, but I mean, you got 5 starters sitting there on the bench for the Titans. If they come back out, their legs could get pretty tired. Like at the beginning of the game, they start games slow. Maybe they think they're starting the game again if they come back out.
Yeah, well, the defense would be much different. That would be the big thing, right? But I don't know.
There's a turnover.
Caden Strands in the house.
Oh,
watching.
man.
Peyton Hutchins in the house watching.
Caden Strands, I want to say, how was Buffalo?
Yeah, no kidding.
Just getting back, but shout out to Caden Strands.
Hey, why am I not getting any love?
And Peyton, well,
I'm a little hurt, Caden.
Bradley gives it off to Gooding now. Hands it back out to Siegfried. He'll try a three or almost tried it. I got a little excited. There's a three-pointer from Gooding. Sports Corner 3. I'm sorry. It's tough. I've known, oh, shoot, I've probably known Max since he was maybe 1 year old. So I get a little excited when he shoots three-pointers. That's my bad. A little bias there. Jess Scott gets the rebound.
You get excited when he almost shoots three-pointers.
I do. Dwayne and Luke both. Caden Strands is taking over this comment section here.
Yeah, he's just trying to suck up now, trying to be nice.
Yeah, he's missing out. Drive by Bradley. Kicks it back out. Gooding thinks about it, doesn't take it. Hands it off. 10 seconds on the shot clock here for the Titans. Stolen away by Eureka. Fast break chance here for Stalter. Layup right hand, left side, falls.
What's up with that?
That's just a thing. That is just.
NBA guy does it, so let's do it all the time.
I would shoot right hand, left side, but that's because my left hand layup is absolutely atrocious. And I'm bad at basketball, so, you know, there's a bit of a difference there between me and some of these players. Bradley with it, kicks it out Whibley. Drive inside, slips, travel going to be called here, 1:12 on the clock. 16-point game. Number 25, Maverick Myers will check in. .112 on the clock here. 35 seconds on the shot clock. 56-40 the score. Moving it around. Over in the corner now.
I want to thank that guy that just made that comment for thinking I sound young.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think you sound about 26.
I like the way you think. There's
Yeah.
a missed shot under a minute to go now. And they're going to hold on, but, man, it got a little hairy there for a few seconds.
It got a little tight for a second. 35 seconds on the clock here. Bradley with it. He'll kick it back out.
Coach Dahl will say he never was concerned.
Eureka going to have a last chance at it here. On baseline, kicks it back out. Whibley on the defense. Hand it off. 15 seconds on the clock. Floater is good from Moses Donor. Titans will get the win here, 56-42. Most likely going to hold on to this one here. 14-point win for the Titans, and man, that one got a little close there at the end, and you're sitting here chuckling, but man, that was a tight one for a second. Titans.
Yeah, that I give Coach Dahl some credit for having the kahunas to hang in on that one. I think I'd have been looking for some subs when that thing got down to 15 with 3 minutes to go, and they had the basketball.
He never got worried.
He never flinched. I give him credit. That's why he does that and we do this.
Yeah, I guess that's why.
Among other reasons. He's good at it and we probably wouldn't be, but that's neither here nor there.
Eureka.
John Reynolds is going to talk to Coach Dahl. But go ahead.
Eureka is going to take on Mercer County tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. That'll be here in Western Hall. We'll go over what the matchups tomorrow will be after this interview here in a moment.
We're going to send it to John Reynolds, and we'll see if Coach Dahl is in a better mood now than he was when he talked to him at halftime.
All right, here with Coach Dahl, the victorious Coach Dahl, that is, 56-42. Proud of your guys down the stretch.
Yeah, I am. I thought we came out third quarter and did a good job.
Absolutely. Got a 28-point advantage right around the half, able to get some young guys in there for the really kind of the latter half of that one. What does that mean to those guys, you know, kind of going forward and especially playing in a tournament here like we are at Western Hall?
Well, I hope it meant more than it looked like. I was not happy with their effort when they went in. I mean, we worked hard to get a lead, and they just gave up layup. Like, literally, if they ever want to play, they better be a lot better.
You guys got Macomb tomorrow, a tough Macomb team here, but ready to go. What are you going to tell your guys to get them ready for tomorrow?
It's going to be a battle. They're physical. They guard you, and they are very patient, very disciplined. So it'll be, you know, we have to be ready for a fight.
Congrats on the win, Coach, and good luck tomorrow. Thank you. Yep, thank you. Back to you guys.
Thank you, John Reynolds.
And Dahl just as stoic as ever over there.
If they ever want to play, they better play better than that.
Yeah. Well, I guess, should we go over stats first or go over matchups for tomorrow?
You got stats? I haven't got stats yet. Have you got stats yet?
No, we don't have them yet. So I guess we'll go over matchups for tomorrow.
Okay.
Starting off in Brophy Hall, we'll have 2 matchups over there at 9 a.m. Brown County will take off Liberty. Then 10:30, Canton will take on Abington Avon. 9 a.m. here at Western Hall, Illini West will take on Monmouth Roseville. And at 10:30, Mercer County will take on Eureka. At 5:30 later, the winner of those 2 matchups will play each other to be the 5th place team. At 4 o'clock over in Brophy Hall, the Consolation Championship, that will be between the winner of Brown County Liberty and Canton A-Town. And then tomorrow at 12 o'clock, Rock Ridge versus Peoria Christian in the winner's side of the bracket, the right side. And Macomb versus West Hancock, that'll take place at 1:30 p.m. Still some games to be decided depending on outcomes tomorrow. 56-42, the final score here today. And
got a minute worth of highlights left or so as the folks at home getting to watch some good highlights. And right there, a few seconds ago, you got to see the big dunk from Cooper Knowles. You had a couple of those today and tonight. And top 4 seeds, the tournament, bracket makers look like geniuses. The top 4 seeds have made it to the semifinals, so we'll see how that all shakes out. Really interested to see Rock Ridge and Peoria Christian and Macomb and West Hancock. But I think those 2 are going to be a different kinds of games.
Yeah.
I think that you're going to see up and down the floor with Rock Ridge and Peoria Christian, and then you're going to see Macomb try to really just pound it against West Hancock, and West Hancock's going to see how they can handle that.
The way Macomb played today, I don't even think that it's crazy to say that they could pretty easily upset West Hancock. I mean, they played a great game against Mercer County. The Titans, started slow. If they start slow tomorrow against Macomb and Macomb comes out quick and punches them in the mouth, that's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Jason Jacko just stopped by and handed me something. I hope I know what it is, but I'm afraid to look, kind of.
Yeah.
If you know him, so it's hard to see. He's a Western Illinois University graduate. I went to a few parties with him back in the day, so we'll just leave that alone and go from there. 18 of 47 from the field for Eureka. A lot of those came in the fourth quarter. They shot 66.7% in the fourth quarter, 30, 18.2, and 35.7 in the first 3. So you see what Coach Dahl was a little unhappy about from their shooting percentages. The Titans, on the other hand, middle 2 quarters, 64.3 and 57.1. So they had some serious success in the middle couple quarters. 21 of 45 for the Titans, 18 of 47. So Eureka actually ended up with more shots. The Titans out-rebounded the Hornets 31-23. And turnovers, what was turnovers? That's kind of interesting. 12-12. Ended up being 12-12.
Tied at the end of it. Now, I think a lot of those came there at the end of the game for the Titans. They had 2 at half, so that was interesting. Leading scorers for the game, 2 Titans players with 15 points. Hunter Froman and Cooper Knowles both lead the team again. Eureka, 13 points. Jacob Scholes, he went 6 for 7 from the field, and Lewis Siegfried had 10. Those are all the double-digit scores in today's affair. Titans get the win. We'll be back here bright and early tomorrow.
4 games tomorrow morning in the first 2. So there's 2 at Brophy Hall. So it'll be 2 games at 9, 2 games at 10:30, and then we'll go back to single games at noon and 1:30 for the semifinals. And then we will have the Consolation Championship, followed by the 5th place game, the 3rd place game, and the championship game scheduled to start at 8:30 tomorrow night.
That's it from here. Day number 2, game number 16 finished. Western Hall, Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. I'm Luke Little. He's Dwayne Hulett. We're signing off here tonight. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow for some more high school basketball. Thanks for joining in and watching. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks for watching. See you.